guys are practicing, maybe not as much as the players, but during the season, it's almost as much, correct?
Well, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think I would show up there like 6, be out of there by 9:30. You know, like I said, we're going to do that mile run in the first 30 minutes.
Sure.
And then it's time for another almost 3 hours of cardio, dancing.
Wow.
Outside of that, there were a lot of appearances in the community. You know, charity appearances. Let's say, Chris, you wanted to have a barbecue and you were a big Ravens fan, you wanted to have some girls out. You'd have to pay the organization $275 per hour per cheerleader, minimum 2 cheerleaders.
Right.
So that was a good little side hustle as a college student, right?
And you guys get
We got paid.
You got that whole thing.
We got, I think, like 80% of that.
80% of it. Okay.
Yeah. And I was signing up for every possible appearance I could do. I loved doing appearances.
Yeah.
Also, I'll mention, as a college student, it worked out amazing because I was able to say, hey, I'm not going to have any classes on Tuesdays or Thursdays past this time.
Right.
I never did Friday classes. But maybe the
course.
very first semester at Towson, and I was like, okay, forget this.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So great appearances, great connections. What else did that entail, the cheerleading?
Wow. Okay, so because I was so young when I started, I was able to look at my teammates, see what their lives were like, trying to figure out what I wanted to major in, you know, in college, and what I wanted my path to look like. Funny thing is, half of my teammates were teachers, the other half were salespeople.
Wow.
So, looking at that, measuring up, okay, this person looks like they have a pretty fabulous life. They walk in here smiling, hopping out of their Mercedes.
Yeah.
I kind of want to know what this whole sales thing is about. And that's actually how I got the gears turning to be involved in sales.
Wow. Okay. So what years was that? And then take me to that transition.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I graduated from college in, I won't even say that, ancient, 2005, okay?
Yeah.
So after I did that, I knew I wanted to get into sales, but as I was looking around, I have no experience. These jobs were paying nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I think, $30,000 or whatever it was. I was like, my goodness. As a 21-year-old, I just still knew that that wasn't enough money to
Right.
live. So what I ended up doing is working for Tiffany & Company in North Jersey. They got me at a job fair, and she said, yeah, you can make 60, 75 your first year.
Wow. You said, damn.
Sign me up, okay? I am 21, my friends are broke. I don't want to be broke, right?
Yeah.
So I did that actually for 3 years, is when I took my, hiatus from Ravens. I officially thought I was retiring at 21, didn't think I'd ever go back. But anyway, spent that time in Jersey City and worked for Tiffany & Company, understood that it's not a career. It was just something.
Sure.
You know, just a retail. I had to work on the weekends sometimes. And I ultimately knew that I wanted to figure out how to get into business sales.
Yeah.
And then I narrowed that down to tech. Yes. So that was back in 2009.
Okay.
Okay, I came back to Maryland from Jersey, and I started working for a copier company, okay?
Like selling the physical
Selling
copiers.
the physical,
Okay.
big old copiers.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that I had to take a pay cut, you know? Starting salary, base salary was maybe like 45, and I'm like, oh, great, here I am again.
Right.
But I was able to really capitalize on the ability to make commissions. That was another reason why I kind of fell in love with sales. I love a challenge. I love being competitive.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's also some of the attributes that come from being an NFL cheerleader.
Yeah.
You know, be competitive, show up, polished, your best.
Did that help enhance your sales? I mean, did you drop that as much as you could?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Listen, my first sales job was in Owings Mills, Maryland. The training facility was down the street, right?
Yeah.
I even would carry, and this is funny, so now I see it as being kind of corny, I would carry my Ravens cheerleader briefcase. It's a little leather briefcase, you know, pull out my laptop.
Sure.
Oh, wow, oh, yeah, you know?
Yeah.
You know, so that way, just you have to understand your environment. You know, we're trying to make things easy for ourselves, work things in your favor, right? Baltimore is huge on
course.
football. Go Ravens.
Yeah,
So, yeah, of course I use that.
of course. Yeah.
Also, I feel that it's a strong point of interest on a resume because they don't see a photo of you. They say, oh, she was a NFL cheerleader. She's
Right.
probably polished in appearance, which
Sure.
is helps in sales.
Yeah.
She may know how to speak to people, how to relate to people. She just may have that positive, upbeat energy.
Yep.
All these things of me, I believe to be true. So I believe it helps definitely. Just kind of
Yeah, and let me
the
just,
standard.
as someone that looks at resumes all day, that can be such a great
a good standout.
differentiator because she's in a pile at that point with thousands of sales people, basically. They all have the same resume. They don't have an experience.
Right.
So they're looking, okay, here's another one. Oh, I'm a Ravens fan. All right, we're going to bring her in for an interview. She probably got brought in for interviews just so people could talk about Ravens.
I think I did, and I
Yeah.
got the job too, you know,
Yeah,
at the same
exactly.
time. It's so funny. I would prepare myself with all of these different scenarios all throughout my career about, okay, what am I going to say about this and this and this? And we would spend, so yeah, of course I use that.
Of course, yeah.
Also, I feel that it's a strong point of interest on a resume because they don't see a photo of you. They say, oh, she was a NFL cheerleader. She's
Right.
probably polished in appearance, which
Sure.
is helps in sales.
Yeah.
She may know how to speak to people, how to relate to people. She just may have that positive, upbeat energy.
Yep.
All these things of me, I believe to be true. So I believe it helps definitely. Just kind of
Yeah, and let me
the
just,
standard.
as someone that looks at resumes all day, that can be such a great
a good standout.
differentiator because she's in a pile at that point with thousands of sales people, basically. They all have the same resume. They don't have an experience.
Right.
So they're looking, okay, here's another one. Oh, I'm a Ravens fan. All right, we're going to bring her in for an interview. She probably got brought in for interviews just so people could talk about Ravens.
I think I did, and I
Yeah.
got the job too, you know,
Yeah,
at the same
exactly.
time. It's so funny. I would prepare myself with all of these different scenarios all throughout my career about, okay, what am I going to say about this and this and this? And we would spend half of the interview talking about Ravens.
Yeah,
You get the same questions over and over again.
yeah, there you go. So copier sales, you said you wanted to get into tech. When
Yes.
you realized the retail thing kind of had a kind of low ceiling.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So
Did you know anything about tech? Did you?
not a thing.
Okay.
This is what happened. I was, you know, hustling my copiers, and at the time I was in Howard County, Maryland, like Columbia area.
Sure.
And cold calling every possible office building I could find. I had my little flyer with my stapled business card on it, and I was leaving things left and right. One day, I got a phone call from this company called iCore Networks.
Uh-huh.
Like, hey, we saw that you left a flyer. We want to bring you in for an interview.
Wow.
Oh, okay. You know, cool. I was there, and at the time, I felt like it was a setup almost. I'm like, oh man, I'm on office hours. I'm supposed to be selling my copiers. Here I am taking an interview, and they're holding up my copier business card and flyer. And through the conversation, I realized, okay, I can do this. iCore Networks was purchased eventually by Vonage a few years ago.
okay.
So they were one of the pioneers, a small company,
Yeah.
but definitely we had a big old bite. Small team, strong force, one of the startup VoIP companies.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
when people were still using not VoIP.
Right.
I don't even know what do you call
Landlines
that,
and-
landline?
Yeah, landlines, I guess. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we were, you know, just introducing this new technology, just completely in a space where there was a lot of room to run, lots of runway.
Yeah.
You
Because
know,
no one had VoIP.
No one had
Voice over
VoIP.
IP is VoIP for
Right.
everyone. But so no one had it at that point. So you
No
said,
one had it.
wow, okay, everyone's going to probably want this. This is great to get in at the ground floor.
Yeah. We even had a situation where you could put your phone, you know, Cisco desk phone, inside of your bag, pop it out on site, plug it up to the internet, take calls. You know,
Wow.
it was like a demo.
Yeah.
Oh, I pulled it out of my Ravens briefcase, the leather
That
briefcase
helps.
bag,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But I'll also say about my experience at iCore Network is that I had the best, like, sales manager and VP of sales. Amazing.
Yeah.
Because I've had several other experiences after that but still those principles of getting out there, coming back to the office, counting your business cards that you've collected throughout the day, it was such a structure that proved to make me successful throughout other companies as well.
So obviously things are a bit different now, which we'll get into, but talk about the day-to-day then selling kind of IT infrastructure, basically.
Yeah, sure.
That's in-person meeting, your lunches, your dinners, you sporting events. What was that like?
It wasn't as sexy as that in the beginning,
Okay.
but it does get there. But at iCourt, the first